The 2026 Ram 3500 is already shaping up to be a heavy-duty workhorse in its stock form, but the notion of pushing it to a full 1,000 horsepower with a Cummins Turbo Upgrade is one of those high-stakes performance dreams that captivates gearheads. To assess whether that's feasible and what it truly means, we must dig into what Ram offers in 2026, what it takes to push a diesel monster toward 4 digits, and what trade-offs one must accept. Stock 2026 Ram 3500, the baseline. Before dreaming of 1000 HP, it's vital to understand what the 2026 Ram 3500 offers from the factory. Powertrain and capability. Ram's official specs list the high-output 6.7-liter Cummins Turbo Diesel Inline-6 with the TorqueFlite HD 8-speed automatic as the top diesel option, delivering up to 1,075 pound-feet of torque and enabling a max tow rating of 36,610 pounds. This makes it one of the strongest stock heavy-duty trucks in the class. The gasoline variant, a 6.4-liter Hemi V8, remains on offer but is mainly for users who prioritize daily driving over ultra-heavy haul duty. Car and Driver's recent testing of Ram's updated diesel found it to be smoother and more refined than previous generations, while still retaining robust character. Motor Trend also notes that the 2026 model brings extended warranty improvements, 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, and trim style updates, e.g. Black Express, Warlock, to strengthen appeal. That said, even in its high-output form, the Ram 3500 is likely in the 400 to 450 HP class in real-world power delivery, depending on tuning and conditions, with torque numbers that dominate the heavy-duty segment. The vehicle was built to tow, lug, and endure, not necessarily launch like a drag car. Why 1000 HP is an ambitious goal, but not impossible. Turning a heavy-duty diesel into a 1000 HP monster is a tall order. But in the Cummins community, high-output builds in the 800-1200 HP range are not unheard of. The challenge is balancing the supporting systems, fuel, air, internal strength, cooling, so the build doesn't blow itself apart. Key upgrades you'll need. 1. Turbocharging compound boost. The factory turbo is not going to produce the airflow needed to reach 1000 HP. You'd likely need a compound turbo setup, primary plus secondary turbo, or a very large single turbo tailored for high flow. Many high-horsepower Cummins builds use compound systems to avoid excessive turbo lag while still pushing airflow. 2. Fuel system upgrades. You'll need high-capacity injectors, reinforced fuel lines, upgraded lift pumps, and likely multiple stages of fuel pressure control. At 1000 HP, even minor fuel starvation will kill a motor quickly. 3. Internals. Strengthening the bottom end crank, rods, pistons, bearings, all must be upgraded. Stock components won't survive the stresses of sustained high torque and power. Forged components and stronger materials become mandatory. 4. Cooling and oil control. Extra intercoolers, oil coolers, and upgraded radiators are needed. Heat is the enemy. You'll also want upgraded head studs, gaskets to maintain sealing under high boost. 5. Drivetrain, transmission, and clutch. The factory automatic TorqueFlite HD might handle moderate power, but pushing toward 1000 HP will demand upgrades, reinforced internals, torque capacity, better torque converters. In a forum post, a builder estimated $6,000 just for tranny and clutch upgrades when bumping a Cummins build into the high hundreds. 6. Tuning, sensors, and engine management. A custom ECU tune will be essential, with upgraded sensors, boost, exhaust, air, fuel, and safety features, e.g. overspeed protection. The more power, the more intricate your tuning becomes. Engineering challenges and risks. Turbo lag versus drivability trade-off. A big turbo combination can suffer lag in daily driving. Tuning to balance power and throttle response is an art. Thermal management. A large percentage of failures come from overheating or oil breakdown. Longevity. At 1000 HP, parts wear rapidly. Any weak link can cause cascading failures. Component matching. Every part must be matched and balanced. Turbo sizing, fuel pressure, torque curve. A poor component match will kill performance or cause failure. Certification, emissions, and legality. Depending on region, emissions regulations may become a major hurdle. In Cummins enthusiast circles, 1000 HP builds have been documented, but these are often as showpieces, drag machines, or occasional blasts, not daily drivers. What it would mean for a 2026 Ram 3500. If you could pull it off, a 2026 Ram 3500 unleashed with 1000 HP becomes a beast unlike anything stock. But what shifts in performance and limitations? Performance gains. Acceleration and launch potential. With torque well past 1,500 pound-feet, depending on tuning, 0 to 60 times might dip into the 4 to 5 second range, though heavy truck inertia and gearing will always limit full potential. Towing under heavy load. The engine would be overbuilt for towing needs, meaning drivelines, brakes, and cooling become the real bottlenecks. Race drag capability. In drag or performance use, the truck could dominate in straight-line runs against much lighter vehicles. Side effects and trade-offs. Fuel consumption. Operating cost will skyrocket. Tuning for that kind of power means you're often rich, using more fuel. Reliability. Expect frequent maintenance, rebuild cycles, and replacement parts for wear items, turbo, injectors, bearings. Drivetrain stress. Axles, differential, drive shafts, and wheel hubs will see immense strain and likely require reinforcement. Heat and cooling demands. Without best-in-class cooling, you'll be chasing thermal issues constantly. Legal and emissions constraints. In many jurisdictions, modified diesel vehicles are scrutinized. The emission system, DOC, DPF, SCR, might need to be deleted or heavily altered, which could make the vehicle illegal for street driving. Expert perspective and realism check. Experts in engine tuning, especially in the diesel and Cummins communities, would say, start with a realistic target. Many builders aim for 700 to 900 HP first to solidify reliability and component matching before pushing for 1000. Incremental steps. Build the turbo system, fuel, internals, tune, test, and iterate. Don't jump to full power in one go. Budget overruns are a rule, not exception. These projects often cost double original estimates because of unforeseen failures or mismatches. Expect downtime. A build of this magnitude means you'll be repairing and tuning far more than driving, especially early on. One documented community build for a 1000 HP Cummins, estimated 4,000 plus, just for compound turbo upgrades, excluding internals and fuel system, plus $6,000 for transmission and clutch support. They stress that this is just scratching the surface, meaning that wiring, tuning, cooling, and support systems must be just as robust as the core engine parts. Wrapping up, fantasy or future realism? The concept of a 2026 Ram 3500 unleashed with 1000 HP from a Cummins Turbo Upgrade straddles both fantasy and engineering possibility. Stock. The 2026 Ram 3500 is immensely capable, especially in its high-output diesel form, with over 1,000 pound-feet of torque and heavyweight towing ratings. But pushing it into the 1000 HP zone transforms the truck into a different beast entirely. It's no longer just a heavy-duty hauler, it becomes a performance machine, one that demands obsessive attention to detail, serious supporting systems, and total acceptance of the trade-offs. For many, a more realistic and rewarding path might be a strong Stage 2 third build, aiming for 600-800 HP with high stability, good throttle response, and longevity. From there, if you have the funds, patience, and parts availability, pushing toward 1000 HP is the realm of the elite and the daring. If you like, I can also lay out a step-by-step parts plan. Turbo, internals, fuel, drivetrain, or simulate expected performance curves at different HP levels. Do you want me to map that out next?